of the powers beyond the immediate organization. I think you touched on that at the beginning, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
But real-time data key.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So just changing the key slightly here, Louis. We talked about it before. Being compliant, remaining in that way, and you have that challenge, of course, which I don't envy you in that sense. But I got asked this question actually the other day, and so transparency, I was kind of like not stumped, but I was kind of like, well, what would I do in this situation? So how do shell companies across the jurisdictions, how do you uncover it? So how do they contribute to the challenge? You hit a shell company, it is, but you can't go anywhere else. How do you keep compliant?
No, it's true. I mean, it's definitely a red flag, but what I want to remind everyone is that a shell company is not automatically indication or indicative of nefarious activity, right? This is something that a lot of companies use for various reasons, but it's again, it takes to have the appropriate communication with your customer to understand why they're set up this way. More so than not, when I've run into shell companies and research, it's usually who my customer is doing business with, and then that's the other set of questions. Um, but yeah, I mean that is definitely a red flag. But again, it's not really means you have to offboard the customer. So I think
Right.
that hopefully gives people a bit of peace of mind when hearing that. But we still need to fully understand why they have something like this in place, and doing the due diligence we need to do in a normal course of business. And it just boils down to, as we said before, an honest conversation with your customer, and having the verification in place that's needed. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a silver bullet for that one, but that's how I see it and have come across it in the day to day.
Mm.
But something that Mike mentioned a lot before is, we need to have the verification in place. So it's fine and dandy that they provide us an explanation, but we need to also try to, find a synergy via OSINT or